Neno hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, President William Samoei Arap Ruto may look confident heading into 2027. But behind the scenes, there is one secret move that terrifies him the most. The role Rigathi Gachagua is playing in KALONZO'S game plan. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you this question. Do you think Rigathi Gachagua can actually make Kalonzo Musyoka the president of the Republic of Kenya? Let me read your answers to that question below. Because for me, my answer is simple. Rigathi Gachagua can easily make Kalonzo Musyoka the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And that's why William Ruto fears Rigathi Gachagua the most.
Kama mtu hana sera, hana mpango, hana agenda, hana vision, hata akili hana, huyo ni mtu ya kuchaguliwa kwenda mahali popote? Mimi nawauliza watu wa Meru, wale watu wanatupigia makelele mingi, nikijaribu kuwasikiza ile wanasema hawasemi barabara.
But Rigathi Gachagua can also bungle the Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's campaigns for 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want to reveal to you guys why William Ruto fears Rigathi Gachagua the most, as far as the role he is playing in Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's bid for 2027. Because for those who've been following the politics of this country, William Ruto is actually frustrated by the role played by Rigathi Gachagua.
Let me tell you, this thing will be a two-horse race. The rest are donkeys. Whoever is picked by the elected opposition to face William Ruto is the one who will win and will be the sixth president of the Republic of Kenya. If anybody gets lost along the way and decides to abandon the people of Kenya and think you can go it on your own, you will not go far.
Earlier today, Kalonzo Musyoka and Rigathi Gachagua led the United Opposition Brigades in storming Ukambani. And from the speeches there, I can confidently tell you that Rigathi Gachagua has made his mind. He's going to support Kalonzo Musyoka's bid for the presidency.
Masi hoye! Masi hoye! Hi cousins! Hi cousins! Hi Makuzo! Cousins, hi! Hey! Wewe Ruto, wewe Kasongo, wewe Kaongo, kwa niaba ya familia yetu ya Makuzo, tunamwambia William Ruto, Kalonzo Musyoka is not available for you.
And that can explain why, for the second time in a row, Fred Okengo Matiang'i was missing from this meeting. Before we get into all those details, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, before I explain to you guys why William Ruto fears Rigathi Gachagua's role in Kalonzo Musyoka's bid, what are some of the things Rigathi Gachagua can actually do to ensure that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya? Because remember, Raila Odinga has tried it several times. He has failed. For me, very briefly, Rigathi Gachagua must do these four things. Number one, he must ensure that Kalonzo Musyoka gets the right running mate. Because without a proper running mate, all these efforts will go to vain. That one I can guarantee you. And that running mate must be able to deliver votes. And my proposed running mate should actually come from Western Kenya. I don't know whether that person will be Wamalwa. I'm not so sure whether that person will be Natambea, but the right running mate for Kalonzo should come from Western Kenya. And for those who've been following my channel, I've always insisted that the best bet is none other than Edwin Sifuna. So you must get very good running mate. Because if you were to get it from the mountain, he will lose some votes in the Luhya nation. I'm just saying. Number two, Rigathi Gachagua must also ensure that the opposition is united. And this is the biggest challenge as we speak. William Ruto is a very shrewd politician. William Ruto understands that if the opposition is united, he will not have a chance. So he's also working day and night to ensure that the opposition is divided. That's why you are seeing Rigathi, Kalonzo on one side, and you are also seeing Fred Matiang'i also pulling the other side. If that were to happen, none of them will defeat William Ruto. They must unite. The third thing Rigathi must do as a matter of urgency is to lock Mount Kenya. Not from Ruto. Ruto is already out of Mount Kenya. But lock Mount Kenya out of reach for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta unless they are pursuing a single goal. If not, we must lock Mount Kenya completely. Number 4 is the voter registration. You see, politics is a game of numbers. We can make noise, we can say whatever we want, but at the end of the day, IBC will come up with the list of registered voters per polling station. Raila Odinga has always failed in this aspect. Of course, the government will always frustrate. Like, for example, I'm 100% sure that anybody applying for ID in Northern Kenya today will get it faster than someone applying from Katwana or someone applying from Nyeri. But they must make sure. And lastly, an elaborate vote protection unit. If Rigathi Gachagua were to put all those together for Kalonzo Musyoka, then Kalonzo will be declared the president of the Republic of Kenya in 2027. Now allow me to explain to you guys why William Ruto fears Rigathi Gachagua the most, because of his support to Rigathi Gachagua. Again, if you watch this video up to this stage, please announce your presence by just tapping present. I'm going to respond to all those as a form of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, the first reason why Ruto fears Rigathi Gachagua the most is the fact that there is nothing Rigathi Gachagua is going to lose in 2027 presidential election. It means Rigathi Gachagua can decide to run for the presidency himself and lose. Again, he will still not lose. Rigathi Gachagua can still decide to go and announce to the country that he's back with William Ruto. Again, he's going to lose nothing. Rigathi Gachagua can still go and announce to the country that he's running himself. So the fact that Rigathi Gachagua has nothing to lose in this election makes it difficult for Ruto to deal with him. Because if you are running, Ruto would find a way of sabotaging. But if currently tries to do that, what's going to happen is that he's going to simply win sympathy. That's the biggest fear. Rigathi has nothing to lose. Number 2, the numbers. You see, the mountain has accepted Rigathi Gachagua. There is nothing you can do about it. Mount Kenya is fully with Rigathi Gachagua. Uhuru Kenyatta will do nothing about it. Even my friend Fred Matiang'i will just try, but the mountain has already decided. And they've decided with the numbers. Those numbers, if well managed, the numbers from the mountain, if they can agree that we are going to wake up, rally all our supporters to wake up, turn up in large numbers, then go to the polling station and cast vote, I can assure you the mountain can tilt the equation. And that is the biggest fear. Number 3, Rigathi Gachagua has some killer punches. You see the way today, just listen to him here.
Yule mwenye jama ya kuumiza Kalonzo na kumpangia mabaya ni ile mjumbe mmechagua hapa Mwala. Yeah? Si ndio? Aende. Aende asiende. Aende asiende. Sasa huyu Kalonzo Musyoka atakuwa kiongozi wa saa ngapi bila askari ya kumlinda? Sasa tumemaliza mambo ya Kenya. Acha tuongee mambo ya familia. Hi cousins. Hi cousins. Hi cousins. Hi makuzo. Tuongee mambo ya family. Tuongee mambo ya family. Si shida ikiwa mingi. Adui ana familia. Si familia narudi pamoja. Wanajifungia kwa nyumba. Sasa mimi nimetafuta kuzo hapa. Tupange mambo yetu iko makosa.
That's Rigathi Gachagua for you. He can really destroy you. But for William Ruto, he even has advantage. They worked together. So he understands the president. And because of his ways, it means Rigathi is coming out as someone with strategic communication skills. That keeps him visible. Rigathi was in the US, he was still visible. He came back, he's still visible. Even today, Rigathi Gachagua is visible. So he's maintaining visibility using those strategies. At the same time, he's a source of propaganda. He can deal with any propaganda. So which means Ruto cannot just wake up and start addressing him the way he used to address Uhuru or Raila. He can't. Because Rigathi will be ruthless in his response. And lastly, and this is the killer one, Rigathi Gachagua understands William Ruto's modes of operation. If you understand someone like the back of your hand, what do? You just laugh at them. Ruto was able to outweigh Uhuru Kenyatta because he worked very closely with Uhuru Kenyatta. He knew any possible move Uhuru Kenyatta could pull. And therefore, he worked backward so that Uhuru could not pull those strings. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lima Queen. Bye-bye.